there, Deb Hoffmann, Guinness World Record holder of the largest Winnie the Pooh collection in the world. And I am almost done with documenting the wonderful collection that was donated to me last year by the Hoffmanns. And so here are some of the last Pooh Bears I have to document. And you might think, well, geez, what's taking you so long, Deb? Here's the problem. If you take a look around, all of these are different, but some of them are kind of the same. So these are the looks of Winnie the Pooh, probably from the late 60s, probably through the 90s. And so some of these guys down here are some of the oldest ones from the late 60s, early 70s. And then you have some over here from these I think are from the 80s. And then these are from, where are the 90s guys? Where'd they go? They're here. I know they're here. There. These guys are from the 90s. Whoops, hello. So here's the problem, or here's the challenge, not a problem, but a challenge, is figuring out which ones are different. And you would think that it'd be kind of easy. Okay, this is a little guy, this is a big guy. But what happens when you get two like this? Okay, these two, especially if you just look at a picture, at first glance, they might look the same. But if you notice, this guy has a little brown nose, this guy has a black nose, and it's plastic. They're just about the same size, but there's a difference. And so this time around with this group of Poohs, I wasn't really able to use my app that my hubby wrote for me. I actually had to go to the items and take a look and say, okay, you look like you, but you got a plastic nose, you got a brown nose, so you guys are different. And so it's that type of thing that sometimes when you get as many as I've got, you got to actually go to the item and decide, okay, are they different? Are they not? Here's another situation. This guy has a brown nose. This guy has a brown nose, okay? This one's a little bit taller than this one. And so probably only an inch and a half different. Okay, these two are also different. And so you've got some guys over here. Here's a Pooh Bear. Here's a Pooh Bear. Boy, at first glance, these two look the same, don't they? Embroidered shirt over here, embroidered shirt here. And this is actually a sweater. This is actually velveteen. And so those are some of the things that as you're collecting and you're in the Guinness book, they all have to be different. These are some of the things that I have to look for. So anyway, so that's why it's taking me so long. And so it's been fun though, taking a look at all the different Pooh Bears and seeing all the different faces of Pooh over the years. And so for instance, these guys are really kind of interesting. Had never seen these before, this collection. These Pooh Bears have his tongue hanging out of his mouth on the left-hand side. And so we've got this one, we've got a little bit bigger version of him, we've got this one, a little bit smaller version, we've got this one. These all came from Canada. And so if you take a look at the tag, this is actually from Sears, Canada. And so I don't think these are sold in the United States. So really kind of cool. So anyway, so I thought I would share with you part of the dilemma and part of the fun of documenting and being in the Guinness book when it comes to all the different Poohs and all the different sizes and all the different years, and really being able to figure out which ones do you have and which ones don't you have, and being able to figure out what the differences are. So anyway, well, with today being another episode of Never Enough Pooh, that means you have an opportunity to win a free Pooh collectible. So all you need to do is go on out to mostpooh.com, click on Never Enough Pooh and contests, and then you'll be, if you answer the question correctly, you'll be able to enter and possibly win the free Winnie the Pooh at the end of the month. So if you have any questions about any of the Poohs here, because there's a lot of them, if there's any Pooh that you want to know anything more about, if you're like, hey, I've got one like that, please feel free to reach out to me at deb@mostpooh.com. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at mostpooh. And obviously, if you could subscribe to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/mostpooh5150. Thanks so much, and TTFN.